There is a lot of false information spreading about Tesla as a company and the vehicles that it produces and sells. Whether it's like flat out false information that is just simply untrue, to some half-truths and half-not truths, to other information that just is like urban legends and myths that are just simply out of this world, untrue, and conspiracy theory-esque. There's a lot that needs to be cleared up about Tesla. And I've actually done a previous video kind of busting some myths and in the process kind of clearing up some information. You can check out that video linked up here or down below. But in this video, we're going back for round 2. I'm busting 10 myths about Tesla, clearing up some false information, and maybe you guys can help along the way and kind of give some more light on the truths about Tesla, what the cars can do, what they can't do, and bust some urban legends and myths once and for all. All right, so number 1 has to do, of course, with Autopilot. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've seen some of the headlines and some of the news stories around different Autopilot events over the past couple of years, and they have become very sensational. I think that many people believe that Autopilot is a danger to people on the road, to those behind the wheel, and that Autopilot is this experimental driving feature that you can just basically sit back, relax, and let the car drive you wherever you want to go. And first off, there is some confusion about the differences between Autopilot and full self-driving, but let's just keep things simple for this one. Let me just say this. The driver obviously is always in control, and the car is only going to be as good as the driver who is behind the wheel and as good as they're paying attention. And yes, there are instances with malfunctions, and no car or company is perfect. But the vast majority of the time, Autopilot is a wonderful feature for Tesla vehicles. It is super safe, it is very convenient, and there are a lot of safeguards put in place to make sure that Autopilot functions as it should. First off, it has to detect someone actually sitting in the driver's seat. It's not going to work if no one's in the seat and it doesn't detect any weight. And also, it's going to require constant attention-aware features to know that you are, of course, paying attention. Right now, mainly with the pressure on the steering wheel. You have to kind of put some kind of pressure on the steering wheel every 30 seconds to a minute or so. There are different intervals, so the car knows that you are in fact paying attention and you are, there and, doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you fail to put pressure on the steering wheel and the car doesn't think you're paying attention, it will beep at you, it will get mad at you, and then eventually it will slow down, throw on the hazard lights, and just stop Autopilot altogether, because it's going to assume that if you're not putting pressure on the steering wheel and not paying attention, then there must be some kind of medical emergency. So it wants to kind of get you to a safe place, stop the car, and let others know around you that there is a hazard going on. And obviously also, it's going to lock you up from using Autopilot again on that trip. Myth number 2 is that all Teslas can charge for free. And though I wish this was a thing, alas, it is not. It actually kind of partially is true. If you have an older Tesla, some of them are grandfathered in to the free unlimited supercharging for life, which is kind of cool. So if you buy a used Tesla, or it's a Tesla you probably bought a couple of years ago, you could still be in that program. And in that case, yes, you can charge for free and an unlimited amount of time forever. But if you don't have that, then you're going to be capped at 1,000 miles for free if you do use a referral link when you order. Link below for mine if you want to get 1,000 miles for free. And you can use as many referral miles as you want, but eventually when those run out, you will be charged a certain amount of money. It's usually a couple of dollars. Pricing will vary on location, and also Tesla kind of prices it in a way to discourage you from using this as your primary source of charging, though you can do that. It's not meant to be that way, but you can actually use supercharging and pay for it as much as you want and give that money to Tesla. So some older Teslas can charge for free, but all the newer ones you will have to pay once you run out of referral miles. Again, if you want 1,000 miles for free, for you and for me, it's a win-win for everybody. Link, of course, to that will be down below. Number 3, software updates cost money. Nope. Tesla is not like other car manufacturers. You do not have to pay for updates. You don't have to take the car into a service center to get this update. All these updates are free, over the air, that you can do in the comfort of your home, or specifically, I guess, your garage, or even when you're out and about with your hotspot on your phone. They just download to the car for free. They install in about 20 minutes and you're done. That's it. Not having to pay, no muss, no fuss. They're going to be free for the foreseeable future, and you can get new features added to your car just by tapping a button and letting the car do its thing. All right, so number 4 is a newer one that I think needs a little bit of clarification, and there is some confusion regarding this subject. So there is a thought right now that the Standard Range Plus now has the upgraded audio system to match that of the long range and performance Model 3s. Basically, to give you a very short synopsis and to make a long story short, there are two different premium interior types. There's a partial premium interior on the Standard Range Plus and a full premium interior on the long range and performance models. Basically, there are a number of things different between those two different interior types, but the main one is the audio system. The full premium interior in the long range is a much better system. It's got 12 speakers, it's got a subwoofer and amplifiers, while the partial premium in the Standard Range Plus does not have that. I think it has like half the amount of speakers, it has no subwoofer, no amplifiers. It is a different system pretty much entirely. Now, Tesla used to make this very clear on the website when you would to go configure your Model 3. It would tell you which system you had, but now they're almost intentionally vague about this, because if you go to the long range options here, you can see that it has, you know, the full system. It tells you what you get. Everything is all good there. But if you go to the Standard Range Plus, it just says you have an upgraded audio system with immersive sound, that if you weren't comparing spec sheet for spec sheet, you might not know that it is not the same audio system. So to make a very clear point here, it is not the same audio system. The Standard Range Plus still has a limited audio system that is missing the subwoofer, it's missing amplifiers, and it has a limited amount of speakers in it. It is not the same as the higher end ones in 2021. I will have a video coming soon comparing the differences between those two, so stay tuned and subscribe for that. Hit the button below if you want to see that video coming soon. But there is a difference between those two systems. They are not the same. Just to clear up some confusion, still a difference in audio systems between those two trims and those different levels of car. Number 5, the price of your Tesla can be negotiated. For better or worse, that's not the case. That's just not how Tesla works. What you see is what you get with Tesla, and the price you see on the website is what you're going to pay in most instances. You can go through their used route or go through their existing inventory, and sometimes they can knock a couple of bucks off if it was an inventory car or a test drive car. But typically there's no negotiation, there's no haggling, there's no salesperson to talk to and drill down on the price. What you see is what you get when it comes to Tesla cars. If you go through a third party, like a dealership, you can probably negotiate there, but if you go directly through Tesla and official channels, the price you see on the website is what you're gonna pay. There is no negotiation for better or for worse. Next one, which is a myth, is that Teslas only work on official Tesla chargers. Now, this kind of makes sense. I can see from the outside looking in, it does seem like that because the Tesla chargers, whether they're the Superchargers or the urban chargers or the destination chargers, have the Tesla logo, they've got the right plug, everything just seems to work seamlessly, and it does work very seamlessly. But thanks to the included J1772 adapter that comes with the car, or the additional optional CHAdeMO adapter, you can use your Tesla at third-party charging stations. So EVgo, ChargePoint, Electrify America, all the big name brands typically use one of those types of chargers, and Tesla is compatible with all of them. You will have to put an adapter on your charger to get it to work, but it will still work, and you can charge your car on those different systems. Obviously, the Tesla chargers are the most seamless. They integrate the best. There's no adapter needed, but your Tesla is not limited to just using those systems. It's kind of backwards compatible. If you have a Tesla, you can use all these other chargers, but if you have a different car, you can use all those chargers, but not the Tesla charger. So just something to keep in mind. You do not have to use exclusively Tesla chargers with your Tesla vehicle. Misconception number 7 is one I see all the time, and I get asked this question all the time, and it's about the main 15-inch touchscreen display in the Tesla. People say it's distracting, people say it's weird, and the biggest question I always get is, you know, that's bad because you can watch videos while you drive. Well, spoiler alert, no, you cannot. You cannot watch videos while you drive. Tesla is abiding by laws, and they will not let you open up Netflix or Twitch or anything like that to play videos while you drive. And even if you do try to trick the system and like load up something on the web browser, the audio does not pass through. So you cannot like watch Netflix while the car drives. You can't engage Autopilot, then sit back and relax and watch a video. That is not how it works. Tesla is pretty good about making sure that there are no workarounds for that and keeping everything clamped down. I mean, nothing is going to stop someone from putting an iPad or a phone there, but that's going to be the case in any car, so you can't really blame Tesla for that. But no, the screen is not distracting, it's not a nuisance, it's not a hazard, and you cannot watch videos while you drive. Sorry, it's a safety thing, it does not happen, and you just can't do that. Myth number 8 is all about the car's data plan and how much it costs and when you have to pay. Many people think it's like some extravagant cost, it's really expensive, or it's built into the car forever. That is the case with older cars. Some cars, again, are grandfathered into a plan where you get premium connectivity for life for free, but these days you have two options. If you buy a Standard Range Plus, you get it 30 days for free, and if you buy a Long Range or Performance model, you get 1 year complimentary access for free. Even after that period of for free ends, it's only $10 a month, which I actually think is a pretty fair price for what you get. This allows you to stream media, it allows you to play music back, it allows you to have satellite maps, live traffic visualization. There is a lot you can do with premium connectivity. In fact, there's probably more you can do with it than you can do without it. It is a very important thing to have with a car, but I also think for $10 a month, it does make a lot of sense because you can do a lot with it, but just keep in mind that, again, there are trial periods with the newer car. You either get 30 days for free or a year for free, and then you're gonna have to start paying that $9.99 a month, though you can't cancel at any time, no contract needed, so just keep that in mind. Number 9, I hear this one a lot as well, and it is the fear that your car can be hacked. Can the Tesla be hacked? Can your car get bricked? Can you get stranded on the side of the road if something happens? Well, again, something can always happen with any car, so Teslas aren't immune to the problems that plague cars. But generally speaking, no, the car is not going to be hacked. Tesla is very safe and secure, and they take many different precautions. And yes, of course, all computers can be hacked. There is vulnerability with any car or any computer, but generally speaking, it's not something you should ever really worry about with your car. Again, I've had problems with my car unrelated to hacking or bricking. I've just had like really weird, just standard issues, but nothing has ever left me stranded on the side of the road, though again, those things can happen. I have heard horror stories where the car just won't start or won't charge. Things have happened, but again, you basically run that risk with every car. So I don't think the Tesla is inherently more able to be compromised or have issues more than any other car. So you're basically looking at the standard level of risk with all cars, I'd say, and your Tesla is not going to get hacked, not going to get bricked. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. And finally, misconception number 10 is that Teslas are small and there's not enough room to fit anything in them. And there are size differences between the S, the X, the 3, and the Y, and the Cybertruck coming up as well. But you would be surprised how much you could fit in a Model 3. There is the Frunk, the front trunk. There is a little pocket of room there to store stuff like groceries or bags or backpacks. In the back, you have the full trunk as well. You have a little under compartment as well. And the seats also do fold down as well. So you'd be surprised how much you can fit in this car. In fact, there are many photos all over Tesla subreddits and different forums and groups online showing just how much you can pack into a Model 3 or a Model Y or basically any Tesla. You'd be surprised how much room you'd have in there. So don't really worry about it. It's not going to be as much room as a giant Hummer or Lincoln Navigator or anything like that, but you'd be surprised at just how much you can fit in that Model 3 or Model Y. It is not as little room as you think. All right, and I think that is it. Those are 10 misconceptions or myths busted, some truths coming out, and some new information that everyone should know about Tesla vehicles. What are your thoughts? What is some misinformation or some mischaracterizations you hear about Tesla that you think should be cleared up? What are some things about Autopilot you think are categorized fairly or unfairly? And generally, what do you think? Do you think Tesla gets good representation from the media and from just kind of the general consumer, or not? Mischaracterized? Let me know your thoughts down below, as well as any myths you think need to be busted as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you in the next one.